express entry has three pathways. We have the federal skilled worker, the federal skilled trade, and the Canadian experience class. The federal skilled worker. So if you have experience in a particular field, academic-wise, you are qualified, you meet the eligibility, you can apply outside Canada or within Canada. Then the other one is federal skilled trade. So depending on the trade you have experience in, you can also apply. And then finally, under the express entry, we have the Canadian experience class for immigrants already in Canada on a temporary status. So with the Canadian experience class, if you meet the eligibility of this particular pathway and you live in Canada, you can apply for your PR. The next for federal immigration pathway is family sponsorship. So this is for Canadian citizens and PR who wants to sponsor their children, their spouses. If you are here alone, your spouse is not here, this pathway is for you. You want to sponsor your parents, your direct relatives, you can use this to sponsor them. Another on this pathway is the caregivers. Now, Canada has home child care support, home child care provider, and home support worker. This pathway can be used by both immigrants in Canada and outside of Canada. There are eligibility criteria for both pathways. But one thing that is common between these two pathways is that English test. That is the only way Canada will know that you can speak English or French, right? So those are the two languages that qualifies you for any of the pathways to apply for. So either you speak English or you speak French. So if you are outside of Canada and you are planning to use this pathway, it will be nice for you to prepare for your exam, get your credentials, them to WES, because you have to validate your credentials by either WES or any organization. So you use whichever works for you that is approved by the Canadian government. And the next is startup visa. Now, startup visa is for entrepreneurs who wants to open a business in Canada. It's either you have an already existing business home, you want to open it in Canada, you can be given a work permit to come open your business in Canada. And also under the startup visa, if you have an innovation that will be needed by the Canadian government, there are designated organizations that can support or invest in your business. Organizations set up for that. So you apply to them, they buy a business idea, they will invest in your business. It's a process and a lot is actually, of course, involved in it. For the non-federal immigration pathway, we have the PNP, that's the provincial nominee program. Now, this is a program that provinces use to bring in immigrants into their province. So if you are eligible, you apply directly to that province. Also, if you are eligible to come into a province, you can use express entry. Instead of applying a particular province, you can choose to do it through express entry. You apply to the province, you are given a nomination and apply through the express entry. Each of the provinces have their different, and depending on the program you want to do, there are eligibilities to all these programs. So if you meet the eligibility criteria for the province and the program under the PNP of that particular province, you'll be nominated. And when you are nominated, you can use your nomination in your express entry. And non-federal immigration pathway is the Quebec immigration programs. Now, if you're somebody that speaks French very well, this could be for you. So Quebec, they have their own skilled workers pathway. So if you're applying to Quebec, you can use express entry to apply through Quebec. So if you want to go to Quebec, you apply directly to them. It favors French speakers more. So if you can speak French, or you can learn how to speak French, right? Of course, we all can learn how to speak French. Another pathway under the non-federal program is the AIP, the Atlantic Immigration Program. So if you want to stay in places like New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Labrador. These are the 4 Atlantic regions. So if you want to migrate to this region, have their own pathways as well. Choose to study there, to open up a business. So it's best when you have an idea of all the pathways and how they work, you channel your energy to that particular province so that everything you're doing will work to the progress of your application. So if you intend to live in any of these provinces, they have their own pathways and their own eligibility. So if you meet up to them, you just apply directly, have your application approved. The express entry, if you don't want to apply directly to them, you can apply to the express entry. So if you have a particular province in mind you want to apply to, when you get to your express entry form, just click on that particular province. If you don't have any province in mind, you click on. And none is the specialized PRO pathways. The PRO pathways for Hong Kong residents. So Hong Kong residents that lives in Canada as a temporary immigrants can apply through this pathway. They also have family-based humanitarian program for Colombians, Haitians, and Venezuelans. So you can also use this pathway, the specialized pathway for these countries. All these pathways, they have their own eligibility that you must meet. In my subsequent videos, I am going to be picking the pathways one after the other, because the essence of this video is for you to be able to do it yourself. You can actually do it yourself. It's a lot of money to get someone to do it for you. And all you need is information. So that information that you need is what I'm trying to pass across to you. If you have any question or there is any particular pathway you want me to talk about, you can leave that on the comment section. What I have planned out, the first pathway I'll be talking about is express entry. That will end of that video. You should be able to do your application by yourself. That money that you want to give out to whoever to do your application for you, you can actually save that money. As a matter of fact, you need that money when you come in. Yes, because there are a lot of things involved in traveling, right? If you want to migrate to anywhere, there are a lot of buyings you need to do. So you need that money to do other things, or better still, save it instead of just giving it out, because no matter who does your application for you, if you are not qualified or you are not eligible for a particular pathway, it will not be approved. So the information you need is what that person has, right? So if you can get this information, why not do it yourself? This is something you can do yourself, that if you have a representative that wants to represent you, it doesn't make any difference. If you are not eligible for it, you are not eligible, and that is it. So why do you want to throw away money, when you can actually sit and get it done for? If today is your first time of coming to this channel, I kindly ask that you subscribe and put on the notification bell, so that in my subsequent video you'll be notified. And yeah, we would love to have you. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Till next time, stay blessed. Thank you.